Alarms scream across the bridge before I even open my eyes. Red light floods the room. My name is Ellen Vance, and I am the captain of a ship the galaxy does not know exists. 200 enemy warships have just dropped out of light speed at the edge of our solar system, and every one of them believes today will be easy. 3 days ago, a group of alien nations called the Valkyrie Coalition voted to destroy humanity. They said we grew too fast. They said we could not be trusted to stay small and quiet. So they built a fleet, and they pointed it at Earth. What they do not know is that we have been waiting for this exact moment for 30 years. Captain, the enemy fleet is moving inward, says Daniel Brooks, my tactical officer. His voice is steady, but I can see his hands shaking slightly over the controls. Let them come, I say. That is exactly what we want. Our visible fleet, the ships every alien scanner in the galaxy has already logged, pulls back from the enemy the moment they arrive. To anyone watching, it looks like fear. It looks like humans running scared, exactly the way the coalition expected. It is not fear. It is a trap. Hidden behind the ice and dust past Neptune sits a ship called the Ulysses Grant. She is not beautiful. She is not elegant, like the enemy cruisers with their smooth curves and glowing engines. She is heavy, blunt, and built from 30 years of hard lessons about survival. I command her. Today, she wakes up. Power to the engines, I order. Bring us out of hiding. The ship shudders as her massive reactors come online. Grace Lowell, my second in command, looks at me from across the bridge. They still do not see us, she says. Their scanners are not built to notice something this quiet. They will notice soon enough, I answer. The enemy fleet moves deeper into our system, following our smaller ships like hunters, chasing easy prey. They spread out in wide, confident formations, the kind of formation you only use when you believe nothing can hurt you. I almost feel sorry for them. Almost. Distance to target, 400,000 kilometers, Daniel calls out. Hold position, I say. Let them get closer. We only get one chance to make this count. The bridge is silent, except for the soft hum of machines and the sound of everyone breathing a little too fast. I think about my brother, stationed on one of the smaller ships leading the enemy toward us. I think about the millions of people on Earth who have no idea their entire future depends on the next few minutes. 200,000 kilometers, Daniel says. Steady, I whisper, mostly to myself. 100,000. Now, I say, drop the shield. Show them who we are. The Ulysses Grant uncloaks, and for one perfect second, I imagine the shock rippling through every enemy ship as their sensors finally catch sight of us. We are not small. We are not weak. We are exactly what they never planned for. Fire, I order. The ship releases a storm of defensive projectiles, thousands of small, fast objects that spread across space faster than the enemy shields can adjust. Our weapons were never designed to be graceful. They were designed to be impossible to stop completely, even if some of them miss. Direct hits on 12 enemy ships, Grace reports, her voice rising with something between fear and excitement. The enemy fleet breaks formation instantly. Ships that were moving in perfect, confident lines suddenly scatter in every direction, trying to understand what just happened. Alarms must be blaring on every one of their bridges right now, just like ours. They are trying to retreat, Daniel says. Cut off their escape route, I order. Nathan, take us into their path. Nathan Cole, my pilot, moves the ship forward with practiced calm, sliding the Ulysses Grant directly between the enemy fleet and the open space they need to jump away safely. It is a bold move. It is also the only move that matters right now. 3 enemy cruisers changing course to intercept us, Grace warns. Let them try, I say. The enemy cruisers open fire, and our shields absorb the impact with a deep shudder that runs through the entire ship. Lights flicker across the bridge. Somewhere below us, engineers are working desperately to keep our systems stable. Shields at 80%, Daniel reports. Return fire, I order. Target their engines, not their crews. It matters to me, even now, even in the middle of chaos, that we fight to stop them, not to destroy them completely. We are not here for revenge. We are here to protect our home. Our weapons strike true, and one by one, the three cruisers lose power and drift silently to the side, no longer a threat. The rest of the enemy fleet watches this happen, and I can almost feel their confidence breaking apart in real time. Main fleet is regrouping, Grace says. They are forming a new line, coming straight at us. Let them, I say. This is what we built her for. The Ulysses Grant turns to face the incoming wave, and I grip the edge of my chair as the entire crew braces for what comes next. This is the moment 30 years of planning has led to. This is the reason we hid this ship in the dark for so long, waiting, preparing, refusing to be found before we were ready. Brace for impact, Daniel calls out. The enemy line fires everything they have at once, and the ship rocks violently under the pressure. Sparks fly from a console near the back of the bridge. Someone shouts for a damage control team. I hold onto my chair and force myself to stay calm, because if I panic, everyone else will too. Shields at 50%, Grace says, her voice tight but controlled. Hold steady, I say. We are not done yet. I give the order, and the Ulysses Grant answers with everything she has. Our defensive storm spreads out again, wider and faster this time, covering more of the sky than any single enemy ship can escape. The results are immediate. Ship after ship in the enemy line loses power, drifts off course, or turns away entirely, unable to keep up with a battle that refuses to follow their rules. They are breaking formation again, Daniel says, disbelief clear in his voice. Half of them are trying to jump away. Let the ones that are running go, I say. We are not here to chase them across the galaxy. We are here to defend our home. Slowly, painfully, the remaining enemy ships begin to scatter, some limping toward the edge of the system, others simply vanishing into jump points, escaping back toward wherever they came from. The battle that was supposed to be quick and easy for them has become something they clearly never expected. Enemy fleet is in full retreat, Grace announces, and for the first time since the alarms started, I hear real relief in her voice. I let out a breath I did not know I was holding. Around me, the bridge crew begins to relax, just slightly, still watching their screens for any sign that the enemy might turn back. Casualties? I ask quietly. Minimal, Daniel says. A few injuries on the support ships, nothing critical. I close my eyes for just a moment, grateful beyond words. 30 years of secret planning, endless testing, and quiet sacrifice led to this single moment, and it worked exactly the way it was supposed to. Captain, Nathan says from the pilot seat, Earth Command is requesting a status report. I stand up slowly, my legs still shaking slightly from the tension of the last hour. I walk to the front of the bridge and look out at the wreckage scattered across the dark space where the battle just ended. Somewhere out there, the surviving enemy ships are limping home to tell their leaders exactly what they found waiting for them. Tell Command, I say, that the Ulysses Grant is still standing. Tell them Earth is safe, for now. Grace looks at me, her expression a mixture of exhaustion and quiet pride. Do you think they will come back? She asks. I think about the message the coalition sent 3 days ago, the one that called us a threat simply for existing, simply for growing and adapting faster than they expected. I think about how wrong they were about everything except one thing. We are not like them. We never wanted this fight. Maybe, I answer honestly, but if they do, we will be ready. We always are. The crew begins their post-battle checks, calling out damage reports, checking on the wounded, and slowly returning the ship to a state of quiet readiness. Outside, the stars continue their silent, endless path across the sky, unaware and unbothered by the battle that almost changed everything. I stay at the front window a little longer than I need to, watching the last signs of the retreating fleet disappear into the darkness. My brother is safe. My crew is safe. Earth is safe, at least for today. Somewhere far away, a coalition council will soon receive reports from the ships that survived. Reports describing a ship that should not have existed, wielded by a species they badly underestimated. I do not know what they will decide to do next. I only know that whatever choice they make, humanity will not be caught unprepared again. The Ulysses Grant drifts silently at the edge of our solar system. Quiet once more, hidden and ready, exactly as she was built to be. And I remain her captain, watching the dark, waiting for whatever comes next.